home team is playing in it. Okay. Oh, Tiger. I figured he'd be passed out. Kid been up since, what, 4 a.m.? Yeah, Little Scarecrow decided he wanted to pull a mini rager, and got up around 3 o'clock, fell asleep last night around 5, got up around 3 o'clock this morning, went back to bed till about 4, and then stayed up since then. No, I didn't know I shut it. No problem. We're just painting up Hulk. Gotta get my colors ready for him. Goblin green is going to be a good one for him. But I do need my other green as well, which I thought I grabbed out already. I hate that I have... I need a better system is what I need. I got paint in one area, I got paint in another. That would have been bad if I just started putting that on him. We also got the Dragon Egg Hardening. I really like that effect. I really hope that that's just not all resin pulling down or glitter pulling down up top. But on the bottom of it, that's looking clean. And what's strange is this feels hard. Now, it's only been a few hours, so I don't want to risk it. I mean, the top's still soft. Like, I can still scratch it. So I don't want to risk that. Pulling it out right now. But this is our newest dice box. The Dragon's Nest. They'll sit just like that. And this is going to be for sale for $38. Austin, thank you for joining us. Now, time to get ready to paint. Lady of the Lost, thank you for joining us. We are about to paint up the Hulk. We're going to get our good brushes out for this because this one shouldn't have any metallics that's needed or anything like that. Oof. Almost all my brushes wanted to I guess all my brushes just wanted to come all out at once then. That's you're a 0. You should do fine. Do I have a green darker than that? I do. That'd be good for the hair. Okay. First bit of green on him. What's up, Tiger? We have not done, because we went live earlier today. We didn't do our affiliate. intro. Then, so we can do that now as well. Let's do that real quick so we don't forget about it. FanRoll is our affiliate, one of our affiliates, I should say. This is their advent calendar. So we've opened up all the way to 10, so we're on 11. Now I know, we are a few days in advance. And this is another rosebud. Now these are real roses inside there. I know we are a few days in advance, however, I think that's how we wanted to do it anyway, was we wanted to open it up beforehand so that everybody could see it. For those over on YouTube, that is a real rosebud inside that die. FanRoll is our affiliate. They are an excellent choice for any dice that you want that's metallic or just very unique. I've even seen them do acrylics and resins. Or acrylics and wooden. My apologies. They do resin, but I was thinking about me for the resin portion, since that's what we do over here as well. But yeah, we have a new dice box that's being made. We are waiting for that to cure up fully. This is the lid for it. It is a dragon egg. And this is going to be $38. And yeah, I can already tell that all that glitter just like sank to the very bottom, which has me a little bit worried about the other one. Brenda, thank you for joining us. We are painting up Hulk right now. Oscar, Brian, thank you for joining us. Everybody that is joining us, thank you. Feel free to ask any questions, make any comments. Just remember, try to keep it PG-13 at most. Brenda, I know you've heard me say worse than PG-13, but I mean, I gotta at least keep it PG-13 here. Otherwise, one, I get demonetized. Two, I get hit with legalese from TikTok for not being family friendly when I'm promoting as family friendly. So we gotta make sure we are family friendly here. Oh, this is a fun build. Gotta love painting Hulk. No, I'm just glad my son is finally asleep. He pretty much decided last night to throw himself a rager, and stay up all night. The worst part is we're in Missouri, so if the Chiefs win tonight, he's gonna get woken up with fireworks and everything else. We did Green Goblin earlier and we finished him up. KZK Baby Boom, thank you for joining us. We are pinning up the Hulk as of right now. Camubles, thank you for joining us. Tiger, what are you trying to get into? My cat's underneath my desk and I don't know what he's getting into. Bear with me for a second. Bad Dice, thank you for joining us. Tiger, come on. Over here. Over here. Come here, buddy. Hey, come here. Oh, come here, kitty cat. Hey, calm down. I know. There. Kirsten, how you doing? Okay, you can get down now. Over there. Over there. Yep. Yep, we have a cat. We've had him since. My wife's had him since before I got in the picture. He's kind of became my cat. As he always wants to go and follow me around. If he's not following me around, he's following Mama Scarecrow around. He wants nothing to do with Little Scarecrow. BD, thank you for joining us. How are you doing today? Ooh, do I want cookies or not? No, I'm good. Now, if you want to go and buy some of those shortbread sugar cookies, I won't say no to that. I will question where you got the money, but I won't say no to that. For those joining, thank you all for joining. We are painting up the Hulk. This figure is from Marvel United. We're finally almost done with the green. Going from Green Goblin to the Hulk was a good choice palette wise, bad choice painting wise, because it got so repetitive just painting green. Okay. So I need my purple. Where did that go off to? Is that it right there? Bear with me for a second, everyone. I gotta check my bag again. Weird. Where did that purple run off to? There's Miles. I'm gonna put him over there with the others. But I had my purple over here with my other paints from yesterday. I didn't put any up. Bear with me, everyone. I gotta go let Tiger out real quick. I know I didn't throw it away. It's too big for my alcohol links, so I know it isn't over there. Jess, thank you for joining us. Joshua, everyone, thank you for joining. Where did that go off to? It was the perfect purple, too. Oh, it was right in front of me. I swear, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. We are painting up Hulk from Marvel United. We also have a few sets of dice in the works right now. Well, one set of dice. We have a commission in the works that we are waiting for the owner to reach out to us and answer a couple of questions. And then we have the newest dice box curing as well. What I like about these Marvel United characters is they're detailed enough to where, like, we're not even 30 minutes in a painting today, and we are already almost done. Like, they're detailed just enough to where you can get good coverage for what you needed to. Painted Thumbs, thanks for joining us. Now, these figures I feel are better painted with a spray gun. However, we don't have one. And yeah, I'm seeing that all that glitter is just like sitting on the top there, which is a little bit worrisome. Because I don't think that's going to make it like a cure. But this is the new dice box. It is a dragon egg. What I'm doing is I'm just stretching out the mold a bit for it. Ooh, and that did stick. That's good. We're not going to take it out yet. I'm just stretching it for when we do got to take it out. That is beautiful so far. Yeah, I mean, we're still not even hard and done on the bottom. Same with this one though. I mean, So looking at the lip here, there are going to be some warps, some voids, but that was kind of expected with no pressure pot. How far back is it actually cured is my question. I mean, this actually feels pretty cured. Yeah, I mean, I can leave that out. This is the lid. I love that design. Lincoln Bio, thank you for joining, and hi as well. So with this cured already, I almost want to try that one, but I know that's not ready. I'm not a fan of how all of it just sank to the bottom. But that effect is beautiful. So I want to see how far I can get this now. So here's an example of the base. We chose to put some purple mica powder on the base to get the rest of the design that we wanted. And with that still being really soft, I'm not going to push it out yet. But what I can tell you all is from what I am seeing, it's looking good. It's going to be a nice little topper on there. And that's how the entire box will look. Now, one thing I want to make clear is just because for me, I added glitter to get that design, that doesn't mean you have to order it with glitter. You can order it however you want. If you wanted to just do pure red, we could do just pure red. If you wanted to do red with black accents, we could do red with black accents. It really is whatever you decide you want your dice box to look like with our molds. I mean, you could even do a two-tone because of this is being a two. Oh, I keep getting all these ingrown nails like right on the edge. But yeah, you can get it however you want. I'm partial to the two-tone, but that's just, or to the red with the glitter, just because the effect is beautiful. Like, this is That looks like if it was a dragon egg, like a real one. Because some of the glitter stayed in from the mica powder and from the actual glitter we added. Okay. My apologies, everyone. I had to check my emails. We have a potential commission that I'm waiting on answers for. Now, if you're wanting that dice box that I just showed off, that will be $38 plus shipping and handling because it uses as much resin, in fact, more resin than the big one dice box. And the big one's 38. It's barely more than the big one. I can justify bumping it up to 40, but 38, yeah, we're sticking at 38 with it. And how's everyone's weekend so far? I know it's coming to an end, but I want to make sure that everybody had a good weekend. For those wondering where we're getting our color designs or color choices from, we're actually getting it all off this. So all the dark green you see on the hair is going to be covered up with the same green we used for the body on that little streak there, and then all of the muscles that are defined with highlights are going to get a goblin green on those. Same green as the hair. If anybody wants to hop on in, let me know. We do have a rule where unless you've been in a live with me before, where you don't take guests right off the street. Now it doesn't have to be just my live. That could be a live with another person as well. Um, it's more so you guys understand what I expect out of a live, because I typically only join guest lives where that I follow some form of uniformity with them. Adam Docs Paints, thank you for joining us. It's hard to see, but we did add that green in to the hair. It's just so. I can try adding another coat into it. See if that helps pull it out a little more. For reference, this is what we're trying to paint it up to look like. We might just leave it the way it is. I mean, this is going for my kids' board game. This isn't like a competition or anything like that. It's really just for a board game I got my kid. I thought I cleared all these. It's a fun miniature to paint. I'm not gonna lie. The issue is it's PVC. So like all the primer I put on it, even with it, the paint just goes right through it. And like that's the biggest downfall of this model. Like I could leave it like that and it'd be good enough because it's just going into this board game. Right. Here. I mean, this is how our Green Goblin turned out. for the same board game. And then we're just looking at the mold. I could probably flip this inside out if I can get a good grip on it. Without damaging the lip like I just did. Dang it. I mean, it's a good thing that this is a sample, because I can just form that back in. I place some U on top. This is our next dice box that we are selling. This is going to be for $38. Now, this is still soft. I do want to clarify that. So this is not how it's supposed to actually look. But for $38, you could get a dice box that looks like this. Like I said, it's still soft. It's not fully cured up on this top ridge here. Probably about right here is where it stopped curing. So I don't know why it did. It just did. But once it's fully cured, we'll be able to see how many it's supposed to go back inside. There you go. Once it's fully cured, we'll be able to see how many dice it can actually hold. The bottom we kind of made uneven, it looks like. Possibly. I'll have to see how. Yeah, we probably just overfilled it just a little bit too much. Ugh. But I like it. I like how it looks. Yeah, the reason it's 38 is because the exact same amount of resin, in fact, a little bit more than this, is what it takes to make that. Now, it's not enough to justify a $40 price tag, but I can justify a 38 for it. I think we're going to put mini painting on pause after we finish this, and we're going to do one more mix. Paint of Joan Thanks for joining us. We just demolded what we are calling Dragon's Nest. And this is what it looks like. Now, this is not fully cured up top. But this is what it looks like. Now, the reason I say it's not fully cured on top is because it's still, as you can see, malleable. Like, I can literally press into this and it squishes down. But, like I said, for $38, you can have your own. Made by me, shipped to you, and it's a dice box. Or it can be whatever you want. We are using them as dice boxes. But yeah, this is not cured all the way. So we're going to let that cure longer. And we are going to get out the next one. Now, I have to inspect this one very carefully. The last one had the ounceage in a weird spot. This is another one we're going to use for dice box. So, not only can you get dice with a dice box, but you have two solo options. You have the big one and you have the Dragon's Nest, which this one isn't fully cured yet. But we are also going to have the honey pot. Now, we're going to mix these up. I don't know how much this is going to require. There's no notes. There's no instructions. I think this was for, yeah. So that one is going to be a little bit more fun to figure out. But we do got to finish up this. I want to use a dark smoke for these building pieces. Now, I know what some people are going to say. Well, Scarecrow, you're not getting all the details of that base fully. Why are you just rushing it? Well, this is for my own personal board game. This isn't as if this is actually going out to a customer. If it was for a customer, I'd be more cautious of where I was painting, what I was painting, etc. Right now, this is going to go back in a box for probably years until my son is old enough to actually play this game, because this is a 14 and up game and my son's only 4. Right now it's just paint and put away. But there's the Hulk. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, oh great, where'd my lid to my wet palette go off to? So there's Hulk. That's great and good that he's done. That's still curing. That's still curing. I need you because I don't know how much this will actually hold. You can go back in the mold box. You can go back in the mold box. Brooke, thank you for joining us. Crystal, thank you for joining us. Now, I like the glitter for the top. I'm not really big on the glitter across the whole base because it didn't really stick like I wanted it to. Like I'm looking on the inside, it looks like it just pulled up top and then like kind of domed over. So I'm just making sure this is clean real quick before we start getting in the resin. Now, normally what we do with resin is we will... Oh, wait, hang on. Is that... No, that's not cured. I was about to say, there's no way that that's cured. And it wasn't. Everything's just sticking to my stuff because I keep accidentally rolling it in a non-cured resin when I'm trying to make room. Okay. So, I need somebody to give me some colors. Give me some colors. Anybody, colors. Somebody list 2 colors. 2 colors. Preferably a warm and a cold. Warm and cold. Come on, people. Come on. Colors. Can be anybody. Oh, come on. I know you guys hear me. I know you guys can hear me. I know you guys know your colors. You guys passed grade school, right? Come on, colors. Okay. So no one's giving an answer. Okay, so let's do this on our own. Okay. So okie dokie. Let's get out. Let's do dandelion yellow. There's a yellow. That's not dandelion. And let's do rosewood. Lemon yellow is too yellow. In fact, we want more like a medium yellow to a dandelion yellow. Whichever one we see first, we're going to grab. Let's see, lilac, orchid. No. Yeah, I'll swap out the rosewood for the cranberry. That actually looks like a better combination. Medium yellow it is. Okay. Okay. So, next, I need an answer. Are we going to do... Is this from? No, it's from today. Okay. This one's empty. So, here's my question to you all. Are we going to do glitter or no glitter? Glitter or no glitter? Come on. This is a group project, everyone. Jessica, thank you for joining us. Glitter or no glitter? Haley, thank you for joining us. Glitter or no glitter? For those who aren't wondering why I'm asking that, we got 2 new glitters. Okay. Omni, glitter or no glitter? Since no one's answering. Making sure people are listening. Carlos, thanks for joining us. Glitter or no glitter? Whoever's on YouTube, you as well. Glitter or no glitter? Okay, so I'm going to take a guess on this. And I'm going to mix up enough resin for 100. Let's do enough for 250 just to be safe. Ooh, I did not see that I had that still out. That would have been bad. Had my good paintbrush still out in the open. Okay, so we poured 125. A little bit over. We can pour a little bit over 250. Okay. So we mixed up 250 of this. We got cranberry. We got medium yellow. Okay. Use. No, you are not used. Maybe you were used? Near the end, so I can kind of pluck that off. Okay. Now, normally with this resin, what I would do is I would heat it up first with some water. But this was more of a let's make some dice. I'm getting bored of painting real quick type of thing. And since our dice mold is being used at the moment and we don't want to use up our only other really good one because we have a potential commission in the works. I don't want to sit there and ruin it for. I don't want anybody getting pushed back, is what I'm saying. Like, we're waiting on this to finish, and then we'll pull that. And then we'll probably use that mold for our new commission. But this is what's going to be called the honeypot. Now, what I like about the honeypot, I don't know how well you guys can see it. It screws on. No magnets needed. Okay. So I'm just going to wait for that to sit for a little bit. And while that's sitting, I'm going to actually pour what I think is going to be enough for this portion into a separate cup. Let me do one of these. Actually. I don't think more than 75 is going to be needed for that. I'm going to let that sit there and sit for a little bit. But I'm also going to add say about 5 drops would be good. Mix it in. Pear would have been a good choice as well. Do about 8 of the cranberry. Okay, I'm just gonna let that sit there for a little bit, see if that needs to be filled up more. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to throw it off balance a little bit because this is self-leveling resin. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to quickly, before that red levels out, throw some yellow on top to make it look as if it was leaking over. Okay. I mean, we got a good little effect going there. Make it look like it's leaking over. We got a little bit of resin left over. That I'm fine with leaving out the yellow. I'll throw some. Somebody's got to pick because I can't choose. Do you want to see Caribbean or do you want to see Onyx in the cranberry? Caribbean or Onyx? Souped Up Gundam, thank you for joining us. If I move this over here, along with this, from getting stickified to over here, then I can toss. Yeah, I gotta reach for my mold bag. Where is it? We are making way too many. Gunslinger dice. We just have way too many of them as is. Like, granted, one of them is not even sellable, which is this one. But still. We've been using Gunslinger as pretty much a catch-all since we started making it. Okay. So that's awkward. We might not even have enough for that. What I can do is I can put this mixture on the lid here. And then this will be the dice for that, since this is not going to be large enough, but I do need to push down a little more. Okay, so we got the honey pot being made. We got some Gunslinger being made. We painted up the Hulk. I think it's time to call it here, guys. We're going to call it a night. What I'm going to ask everybody to do that is watching us and is keeping up with us is definitely check out our website. Check out what we have to offer. Pretty soon, this will be going up for sale on our website. This is Dragon's Nest. Now, this isn't the exact one that's going to go on the website. This is the mold that was used to make this is what we're going to make them out of. But this is Dragon's Nest. With Dragon's Nest, this is $38. And it is a dice box. Now, Dragon's Nest can hold, let's see, there's one full set. Two full sets. Sailor Nebula. Yeah, let's use a different die because I don't want to get those confused. So that's 3 full sets in there. And the lid shuts. So 3 sets. Standard size dice can fit in here. This is Dragon's Nest. Omni, thank you for coming back. It said you've been here the whole time. So yes, this is Dragon's Nest. This is our newest dice box that we are selling. We are also making right now Honeypot. I do not know how it said it. It's just you've been up there the entire time. This is our Nebula set that we made last night. I agree, it is weird. I don't know why your comment just got flagged. But if you want to hop on up, hop on up. I'm just showing off what we have to offer. The only thing I can think of is because you said weird.
Okay, what is wrong with the word weird?
I think it's how you worded it. You said that's weird. And I think it's like, I think the algorithm saw that I was showing off Dragon's Nest, and then it picked up that it thought that you were saying that was weird.
Yeah, no, actually, that thing looks pretty neat, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a fully functional dice box. The only thing I cannot do is magnetize it.
Because
The lip. It's too thin. Now, Honeypot, which I kind of don't even want to move because it's in the middle of curing, has a screw-on lid.
So you think you're doing something similar with that?
Oh, that's going to be a dice box as well. That's got a screw-on lid, so I don't even have to use magnets for it.
But yeah, like I closed the app completely. I even went to YouTube to watch some videos.
You watched some videos over on YouTube, but you didn't bother jumping into my live over there. How dare you? I'm kidding.
Dude, I'm watching games. Play Tears of the Kingdom on like barbecue chicken. What do you want from me? Also, apparently, the grocery store we got the chicken from really misunderstood how much food we wanted.
Yeah.
We wanted like generally like a cereal bowl size buffalo and barbecue with an extra like half-sized thing of the barbecue. Very nice. Very nice. Guess how much they gave us?
2 full chickens.
6 pounds of buffalo and 4 pounds of barbecue and 4 pounds of buffalo. Almost $100.
We are.
How the fuck did you? First of all, because I looked at the name, it said our name, but it was spelled wrong at the end. I'm like, okay, so clearly they understood half of it. So clearly they understood that chicken, barbecue, and buffalo. Clearly they didn't pay attention to the quantity number.
No.
Because I even called my mom and like, is this correct? And she's like, yeah. I bring it home. What the fuck is this? I'm like, you said it was correct. And I'm like, I didn't know that's what it meant. Mom, this is 6 pounds of chicken. And 4 pounds. This is 10 pounds of chicken. What part of 6 pound barbecue and 4 pound buffalo did you not get?
Yeah. No, I legitimately thought you were still there because you and Carlos were sitting there the entire time. And I was like, okay, Carlos, Omni, what glitter should I use? Should I use any?
Dead silence.
Somebody pick something. I was literally trying to get some interaction with whenever we were choosing the colors for.
Yeah. Had I been there, I would have had something.
Well, I thought you were.
No.
Like,
I would not leave it.
Like, I'm looking at this now. We're calling this the Honey Pot. And I realized I chose Winnie the Pooh colors.
Spot on.
I'm worried about being sued.
I mean, did you just use plain yellow and red?
Medium yellow and cranberry. So essentially.
As long as there are no bear-shaped items, you should be fine.
No, oh my gosh. I should do that one time though, because like.
Don't tempt fate. You do not want Disney bearing down on you.
So
it's a bad idea.
I'm trying to not spill this, but show it off at the same time. So you see how that yellow is like overflowing on that side?
Yeah.
I poured it.
To be honest, it looks pink, but I think that's because it's not fully cured, right?
It's like a pinkish red.
Okay. Yeah, you should be fine. That's more of like a. Yeah.
But no, I poured. How I got
McDonald's colors.
Yeah. Oh, great. I'm just going to have Ronald McDonald kick my door and throw me against the wall. How dare you? So, I need somebody to pick the next figure. We have Doctor Strange. We have Ant-Man, the Wasp. We have Captain America. We have Ultron. We have Red Skull. We have Taskmaster. We have Spider-Man, Ghost Spider, Captain Marvel, Black Widow.
Time out. You said Ghost Spider?
I do have Ghost Spider.
Nice. I'd say Wasp.
Okay.
She was going to be at the bottom of the list anyway, because everyone's like, ooh, Hulk, ooh, Red Skull, ooh, Ghost Spider, Spider-Man.
She was actually going to be on one of my top lists.
I don't know.
No, I understand where you're coming from.
Now, if you had Moon Knight, I'd say pink. Yeah. Just Duncan and white.
I'll have to see if Moon Knight is even an option for this game.
You know, I want like a Moon Knight from Marvel Rivals, like figures like that. Because he's so baller looking in that game. Hey, Big Daddy Dragon.
Hey, Big Daddy Dragon, thank you for joining us. Now, I'm going to show off the Ant-Man figure first. Because I love this. Like, Ant-Man's one of those characters where I love. Just because of the design and the powers. So, if you look at this, what does it look like he's on top of?
A coin, if I'm looking at that right.
Yes, you're right. It's a quarter.
My next guess was going to be a manhole cover.
See, that was my thought. I was like, oh, cool. He's on a manhole cover. That's so freaking cool. And then I'm looking at it closer. I'm like, hold on. That's not a manhole cover. That's a quarter.
It would have been funnier if it was like a random, like, non-American coin. Because, like, occasionally I'll find, like, a Canadian somewhere in a cashier change drawer when I was working cashier. I'm like, why is there a Mexican? Or not a Mexican. Why is there a Canadian here?
Oh.
This has a maple leaf on it. This is not Lincoln Red.
And then you'd always get those answers, well, a penny's a penny, take it.
Well, that's true. We'll apply all the logic here. Here's a fucking cat. You pay for my candy bar.
Yeah.
Sure, that's 3 cats. Bullshit, it's 3.
I had I wouldn't even call them an associate of ours. Because I've never really seen them in my lives or in anybody else's lives. But they flat out banned me from their lives ever again. I don't remember their names. I just remember I followed them. I was scrolling, saw that they were live, was watching them, realized that they were talking nothing but political while painting Warhammer. And I'm like, you're painting Imperial Space Marines, and you're talking about that. I think you misunderstood the assignment there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. More recently, one of my coworkers is somehow just tries to get political, like once or twice, and then just to get political for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Just to say that's fucking stupid. They need to stop that. Basically, in a nutshell, for 2 seconds, and then he wants to have a full blown, just go deeper, and I'm like, no.
Well, we've discussed it. We've discussed it here. My stance on a lot of stuff. How I am more of a right leaning. Yeah, I'm more right leaning, but I'm independent primarily. I'm gonna put that away for a sec.
I used to think I was left, but I don't know anymore. I like what the left tries to do. They try to help everybody. That's good. That's all well and good. But the rights also got a point where we need to focus on ourselves before we help others. That's very correct.
So
we work on ourselves before we can help others.
So I was the same way. I grew up left. As I got out on my own, realized how the world was working under a left and underneath a right, I'm like, well, it was kind of better over that way. And then watching how everything came out with 2016, 2020, and I'm sitting there, I'm like,
yeah, I agree with that, Big Daddy.
Yeah, Big Daddy's got a good thing. I see both sides of the same coin.
That's what I always try to do. Try to see both sides.
However, what I can't get behind is something I'm seeing here lately coming from the left. And it's not just one or two, it's a vast majority of the comments I'm seeing from the left.
What would that be by chance?
Well, when you think of the left, you think of a group that is more forgiving and more willing to sit down and listen.
Yes. Pretty much HR in a nutshell.
Yeah, I have seen. So, like I said, I'm an independent. I have outright been called every ist in the in the world for pointing out that fear-mongering tactics is not the way to do things. You're not going to get change from fear-mongering. And that's exactly what I was pointing out. And they're like, well, it's not fear-mongering. And like I said, I'm independent. I lean more right, but I'm independent. I look up non-biased politics through non-biased sources.
Right. Because I just want the straight facts. I don't care about agendas. I just want to know what is happening and what do I need to know that's important.
Yep.
Could care less about the political section. Just tell me what is going on.
Yep. And I pointed out several things that they were saying that was incorrect. Just to be called an ist.
Okay, I'm confused on what ist represents. Like, the only thing I think is the R1.
RF.
Okay.
I've been called the B1. I've been called every phobe under bigot. All because, and remember, I'm independent. all because I proved them wrong. This happened.
It sounds like a bunch of whiny bitches.
To the point, and this is where it gets even funnier.
Oh Lord.
I was unable to vote this past election because I was middle of work. I could have left work,
Yeah.
but where I vote was all the way 2 hours south.
Ooh. So it was not really even worth it, probably.
It was not worth it. By the time I got off work, I had no way of actually voting because I had to go get my son. No, had I voted, they would have guessed right on who I would have voted for. But
Okay.
they are claiming that who I voted for because of certain things that he has going criminally currently. I'll just leave it at that. I am automatically all these ists.
Oh, you want to know a fun one? Fuck it up. I don't even know if I. You know what? Screw it. My ex told me if I voted that person, she'd dump me. I lied. Told her I voted the other one. Because you know what? It's not really your decision to tell me whether or not I can't date you just because of political agendas.
No, and that's legitimately it. That is legitimately the issue we are running into with this country. Is you have, I mean, for example, there are people out there that are outright trying to fearmonger the actual political party into thinking that, oh no, our entire side flipped party. They're now going to the left. No, there has been no evidence that is actually happening.
In all honesty, I've heard, as the years have been going on, these past 2 elections, I've heard very little even talked about policies. Like, even with Joe, like, I heard most of his policies I heard of, but then I didn't hear really much going on with the other side. I'm like, I'm gonna vote this way because. And then with this last one, I hear nothing about policies.
There was no talks with this last one.
It was just a bashing contest, and I'm like, okay.
Here's
what I would do. Anyone who talks shit about the other one, you're getting a wiffle bot to your shin.
Here's my big issue.
That doesn't know how to fucking control his own strength.
Here's my biggest issue right now. We have one party outright lying and saying, oh, well, we didn't pay for this to happen regarding some specific internet influencers being paid and sponsored by that party. And I'm not going to name which one because it did happen on both sides. However, one side confirmed, yeah, our campaign paid them to endorse us. And the other one was like, oh, no, we would never pay that. That doesn't make sense. Why would we do that? But then I want to say it's like 4 people that were paid by this other side were even denying it.
If you're doing it, just fucking say you're doing it. Who gives a shit?
That's what I said.
But here's my kicker. The whole blackout event we had, why? Y'all have TikTok. Here's my question. I want to know how many of the people that voted against had TikTok accounts. And if you have one, your vote don't count. Because you're being a hypocrite immediately.
Oh, you talking about the senators?
Yes.
So they proved that 20 of the senators that signed it to pass had TikTok accounts. Now,
That should have immediately made them
here's the thing.
ineligible to vote for that.
No, because here's the thing. Here's how that got passed in. It was kind of a messed up situation. I am bleeding out of nowhere.
Stop it.
So, well, I'm not trying to bleed. So,
Just look at it and say no.
essentially, what happened with that was this. There was a bipartisan vote that needed to be passed. If it did not pass, humanitarian aid funds would not have been sent to an ally of ours.
Oh, yes, I already know this whole story. It's stupid.
So,
whoever did that should be fucking reprimanded heavily.
So that's how that bill got. That's how we got to the bill. Now, here's the bigger issue. It was a one-vote bill.
What does that mean?
It means that let me get a paper towel real quick to cover up this blood. So what that means is that whatever they slide into this bill, all it takes is one vote, and everything inside of it happens. They could put in a one vote bill that's included in with a that's deep. I don't know why that's bleeding too. They could put in. So let me put it this way: like, let's say that you and I are in Congress. You put up a vote. You put up a bill that says that we need to give X amount of funds to X person, but I slide into that same bill and then pass it back up to you. You read it. You pass it back up to Congress. Everything like that. I pass up in the bill. We can do that. However, I'm going to ban McDonald's if this gets passed.
It's being underhanded as hell. Because here's what I think would be hilarious. Someone with a law degree somehow sneaks in a part of the bill that says, one second. Okay, I gotta pop out for a second. But basically, having a way of restricting all senators. Once you are 65, you're out.
Oh no, that can be put in. That more so requires federal signing by a president automatically than that. But yeah, that can definitely happen. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, that's one of the policies that Trump's trying to enact is a federal limit across all legislation.
Okay, I'll be back.
Maynard, thank you for the likes and thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Just tell you don't got time to bleed. I'm trying, Dragon. I'm trying. It's still going. Ugh. But we are peening up the wasp. Dragon, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Welcome to the live, Dragon.
Hello. Wasn't trying to join. I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
Leave you anyways.
Yeah, you can say it.
So you know you work amazing.
I appreciate that.
So. Okay, well, I'm gonna go eat dinner, so you have a nice night, okay?
You too. Have a great night. I will talk to you later. Adim, thank you for joining us. We are just going to paint up the black on the Wasp today, and then we are going to call it a night. Debating if there's any on the boots that I need done. Like if I should make the boots black. Because, I mean, the legs cut them off. However, that's that. Which matches that. They are black. Movie Dead Andrew, thank you for joining us. Lizzie, thank you for joining us. Cam, thank you for joining us. If you want to hop in the box, let me know. All y'all are eating. It's almost as if it's like the Super Bowl or something. Yeah, it's today. I don't watch the Super Bowl, so it didn't really faze me. But here we have the Wasp. Yes, this is from Marvel United. We got the core box set, And we got the Into the Spider-Verse expansion along with the Doctor Strange expansion for $30 total on Amazon. Yeah, I couldn't beat that deal when the core box set alone is technically $30. And the fun part is I could leave the dye that color. And it's as if nothing would even have changed. But we're going to paint that yellow. We're going to paint the same yellow as her armor. These ones, since they're just going into our own box set, I'm not too worried about high detail. Like, I'll show off the Goblin and the Hulk that we did. I think we're done for the day. Oh, we've been going nonstop since about 10 this morning or so. Maybe, no, probably, I'd say probably closer to noon. We did a live as portfolio pieces. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. Because, like, these two would technically be, well, just one. I have to go grab the other one. Because, like, I mean, these would still be tabletop ready. Like, there's Hulk. And then we got Green Goblin. Green Goblin, I'm a little upset with myself on. So, I've been trying to follow him based off the cards, right? Well, I was an idiot whenever I primed them all. I primed them all from top down. Green Goblin's is inverted. And I should have known that, considering it's the Green Goblin, that his would have been inverted. But we got a couple of things that we're working on as well. I want to introduce you to the Dragon's Nest. Now, this one's not fully cured. The top is still pretty sticky. But it is a fully functional dice box. And we will be selling these for $38. I know you're thinking $38 for that. Well, it might be just slightly taller than the big one. However, it also took more resin than the big one. Technically, I should be charging $40 for this, but I'm not seeing a justification of charging an additional $2 for a 0.4 fluid ounce increase. We are also working on. What's up, Omni?
So I'm not sure if you really care, but the Chiefs are getting their tails kicked in because it is 24-0, and it's almost the end of the second quarter.
Really?
Yes. They showed a picture of Taylor Swift, like, oh my God, we might actually lose. I'm just sitting there giggling.
Well, they'll make a satanic deal sometime soon.
Well, I'll just say this. It's looking great, and I hope the Eagles win, because if I remember correctly, this will be their first Super Bowl win, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me go to Google.
There's a handful of teams that still haven't won a Super Bowl yet. The Jaguars, I think the Vikings, I want to say
Texans.
I want to say the Cardinals, maybe? That one I'm not 100% on. I don't think the Falcons have won one either. Or the Seahawks.
There's only four teams that have not.
Which ones?
One. So the Eagles have won one championship.
I'm talking a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the championship.
Oh.
2018 they won.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's when they threw a mini riot because they were so excited.
Yep.
They took the goalpost out the ground and carried it through the streets. Can't exactly blame them. But yeah, it's the Texans and who else?
That's what I'm looking into. Which NFL teams have never won a Super Bowl? Okay. So there are 12 teams.
Okay, that sounds more accurate.
The Buffalo Bills. Minnesota Vikings.
Yep.
Texans.
Walked away. It was the one bullshit call that I think I might have corrected my dad, and he's the football expert in the house. I said, look. He literally walks up, the ref walks away before he could say, hey, I'm eligible to catch. And my dad's like, oh, sure. Yeah, the ref's a dumbass. I'm like, see? I have eyes. I'm the only one in this house that don't need glasses. I think I can see better than you.
No, I stopped watching the NFL probably about 2-3 years ago whenever there was the actual evidence that, they have a script. Because you actually saw footage of the ref holding a script.
You froze for a minute.
Oh, I said that I stopped watching football the moment that they started showing refs holding a script.
Here's my thing. Why? It's more fun when it's completely by chance.
I can explain that. They've gone on record and explained it as well. Technically, remember what I'm about to say? Technically, the NFL is not a sports organization. It is an entertainment division.
Oh, fuck off.
That is what there's. That is legitimately what the chairman of the NFL said.
And to that I say, fuck. And, my good sir, take the finest fuck off. Because that is horseshit. It is way more fun if it is literally who's going to win? Nobody fucking knows. You know why? It's not scripted. We're going to see how they play. Someone gets hurt. Oh, God, that's a plot twist. There you go.
Right?
Because essentially what you're telling me is literally any and all the NFL players stopped being players. They became actors as soon as they joined the NFL.
Pretty much.
And they're getting paid probably more than any other actor on the planet.
Essentially, yes.
That is horseshit. Also, no one should ever be paid as much as an NFL player should be. The only thing that I could see that covering is medical expenses in case of injury. Because some of the stuff they get hit with, it is expensive. And their livelihood. Which I understand.
Which I get as well.
Concussions, spinal injuries, Achilles tears, muscle tears, like all that stuff is dangerous if it's severe enough. Or career-ending in some cases. So,
the moment that, like, that's the big reason why I watch the NHL more than I watch the NFL. Is because it's not scripted at all. You can literally.
It's really entertaining.
Huh?
Are the fights very entertaining?
Dude, they've pretty much gone away from the fights.
Oh man.
So they're trying to write it into the actual, like, code of conduct that you cannot fight. Because it was leading to concussions.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Also, if you land on the ice and someone's trying to skate past you, there's a good chance that blade's hitting your face. Your helmet's off.
Well, as soon as the fight starts, they have automatically made it a freeze of game. Meaning that any and all players must stop what they're doing. For example, there was a guy, let's see, it was this season. Rookie player thought he'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna go make a name for myself. Omni, you still there?
Yes.
Okay. You showed up as the little.
Yeah, no, I was checking an email real quick.
Gotcha. So, there was a guy this year. I can't remember his name or what team he's on. I want to say he's on the Rangers. Okay. Rookie player. Watched a dirty hit on his player. Hit wasn't called. He wasn't even on the ice. So this is why this kid got suspended. Okay. He wasn't on the ice. He decided, you know what? Screw it. You hit my player. I'm going after you. Hits him. Starts fighting him against the boards. Kid got suspended for 2 weeks over that fight. Which is understandable. He wasn't even on the ice. He wasn't supposed to be in.
Oh, so he basically jumped the ledge and was like, fuck you.
So he watched his teammate get hit from behind. Ref didn't call it. Kid said, you know what? F you. I'm jumping this. A-hole. And then jumped out. Started hitting the dude that hit his teammate. And then they gave him a 2-week suspension.
That's stupid. Here's my question. whenever, well, I guess it goes for any referee. Whenever you make a bad call, the referee should be fucking reprimanded for making a shit call after the game is completed. They should review all the plays that happen, look at all the footage again, and be like, you know what? I fucked that up, and get better. Or, you know what? Prime example, when the Lions were about to go to the Super Bowl, the ref, like I was talking about earlier, that call cost the Lions basically the game, essentially. Because if I remember right, it was the last, I want to say, few minutes of the fourth quarter, basically. They would have scored a touchdown. There wouldn't have been a way for the other team to score in time. But that was just like, yep, that doesn't count. And I'm like, you're having a laugh. You have to be having the biggest of laughs. There's no way on earth you can't be that uptight because your guy fucking walked away before the player was able to tell the ref. Especially when he stood there in the middle of the field still screaming at the ref. That is the ref's fault.
No,
especially when the coach was probably telling him, get in there, you're eligible. Go. Tell him. It makes no sense.
No, I'm right there with you. A lot of the calls that are being made nowadays across most sports, I'm questioning. But at the same time, I'm questioning players as well. I mean, let's look at the MLS. You're going to literally sit there and tell me that this kid got hurt slipping on grass with nobody around, and they're going to try to claim that the dude who bumped into him 3 plays ago did it.
How does that make sense?
That's the question I want to know.
Well, and then I just saw one today. It was for a basketball game. So this guy was going for a layup. No, he was going for a pass. So the guy in the white jersey guy is the one who got the ref called on for the foul.
Yeah.
It was not him who caused the foul. It was the guy behind him who literally wrapped his arms around him. So basically, he can't move his arms anywhere, like, other than maybe touching his shoulders. Like,
yeah.
His arms are basically locked to his sides. And the white jersey guy had the call of holding put on him when he was the one being held. And I'm like, fire that ref because they are blind. He's the one being holded on, not the holder. Dumbass.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's being called nowadays. I'm like, what is going on?
Like, they cannot be that blind. Especially with basketball. You are literally feet from the action. There's, like, a football game, that's harder to tell because you're at a safer distance so you don't get your ass plowed by a guy in a bunch of, like, plastic body armor and you're just in a shirt. You will get hurt if you get too close. Same thing with refs in hockey. They have to probably maintain a certain distance so they don't get in the middle of a collision. But the refs on the sidelines at a basketball game, they just go back and forth. They're clearly out of danger, but they can see everything because there's 2 on each side.
No, I'm right there with you.
It makes 0 sense for a guy in a white jersey who's trying to catch a pass from his teammate to have a guy behind him in the black jersey hold him, interfere with the pass, and then call the guy in the white jersey out for holding. Are you smoking?
If you find out, let me know.
Go ahead.
No, I said if you find out, let me know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why when I was a kid, I was like neutral. I didn't give a shit. If I liked you, I don't care. If I dislike you, I'm going to tell you how it is. Because even I would say, no, he made it on, because it was specifically with kickball. I was like the most neutral motherfucker. I don't care if it's costing us the game. I don't care. It is going to be fair with my ass in charge. Because you know what? I don't care. You want to be pissed at me? Fine, be pissed at me. But guess what? It's going to be a fair game. Both of you two call the teams, and I'll play on whatever team I'm playing on. I'll be like, no, 100%, he made it on base before I can tag him. It's just what happened. I wish I tagged him earlier. Not what happened. So don't lie on my behalf.
Yeah.
Or, no, you almost made it. Like, seriously, you were like a hair away, but you just got tagged, man. It happens. Because I was usually one that ended, like, the arguments. I'd be like, nah, he fucking made it, or nah, he didn't.
No, I get you. I was the same way.
Deal breaker, but I guess I was. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was about to say I was the same way.
Because, like, I think it's best when it's true, honest to God, fair. Because then it's a lot more fun, and no one's getting favoritism.
I am right there with you. I find it weird that resin heats up.
Why is it heating up?
Chemical reaction.
Like when it's curing?
Yeah.
Huh. And here I thought it had to be warm for it to be in a liquid state. Excuse me.
Like it's curing right now and it's heating up, and I'm literally warming my hands up with it.
I mean, that's smart during winter. Summer.
Okay, what are you thinking about this so far?
I'm liking it. I'm assuming that's a chin strap on her.
Yes.
Okay. Because I couldn't tell if it was like one of those like Power Rangers silver mouth deals or no.
Nope, it is a chin strap.
Also, I'll say this about the Super Bowl. I love watching some of the commercials because they're just ridiculously funny.
Oh, the commercials are the only part a lot of people watch the Super Bowl. That's the thing that I love. Is everyone's like, it's the biggest game of the whole year. Oh, the most watched game. Yeah, people are sitting there watching it until the next commercial. Nobody's actually watching it.
Once everyone's paying attention to the commercials and not the actual content for one day of the year in America, because we just want to see the goofy product like placement, like Puppy Monkey Baby.
Please tell me they brought Puppy Monkey Baby back.
See, the guy who produced that commercial is doing one again. Not a Puppy Monkey Baby one, but the dude who created that is producing another commercial, and supposedly it's just about as unhinged. I'm like, okay.
No, see, what we need, and this is an honest to God belief of mine. Have you seen the Teeny Weeny Beanie?
What now?
The Teeny Weeny Beanie.
I've never heard of this.
You put a teeny weeny beanie on your head while you drink a dry martini. It's a teeny weeny beanie. It is literally Paul Rudd and Jimmy Fallon rapping about teeny weeny beanies.
No, never heard or seen this.
What we need.
They did have Stitch on a football field for like the first commercial. I'm like, oh, super cool. I like this. They're all trying to catch him. Like two guys are trying to use like garbage cans to like hold him. He just digs into the stadium, and then he steals one of the cards they take players for medical reasons and just rams it straight into the field goal.
Mama Scarecrow would have liked that. Mama Scarecrow loves Stitch.
Oh yeah, and then he was Mika Mama Krista, and then he laughs into the mic and it echoes.
Well, yeah, they gotta start promoting it because the movie comes out in a couple of months.
Yeah, and they also did How to Train Your Dragon live action.
No, we aren't talking about that. We are not talking about that.
I'll say this: it looks good.
It looks good.
CGI looks good.
The CGI is good. The fact that they casted Gerard Butler as Stoic again is perfect. The fact that we got somebody that actually looks like Hiccup as Hiccup. My issue is you have a skinny guy as not Snotlout, as Fish Legs.
Fish Legs. Wait, there's a skinny guy as Fish Legs. Are you sure?
Skinny guy as Fish Legs, a fat, or I wouldn't say fat, but a more hefty woman for Rough Nut. Both Rough Nut and Tough Nut are redheads, and then you have the kid from Deadpool 2 as Snotlout. I can see it. A little bit too on the hefty side. If he was more buff, I could see Snotlout.
Yeah, what? Okay, continuing.
Look up live action Astrid. That's all I will say on that one, because that will get me canceled.
I'm confused. She's white, dude. She's white. I saw the trailer. She's a brunette.
So then she did whiteface, because that is not a white actress.
Hold on, I'll be.
And before anybody starts trying to cancel me, I've been on this topic before. I'm of the belief that if somebody makes content.
Oh no, I'm agreeing wholeheartedly with this because, private example, Percy fucking Jackson. What the fuck did you do to Annabeth, you assholes?
Chris Pullen or Rick Riordan has explained why they did that.
It better be a good ass fucking reason because I've yet to hear this.
So their reasoning behind it was they had already cast Zeus. So they had to make a choice. Are we going to make Athena? Or no, they had to make.
For fuck's sake, they have to recast Zeus anyway.
Well, they already have, and it's still black.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It don't matter.
Nope, I'm right there with you.
It's been explained throughout the books. Because here's the kicker. She doesn't even have the storm gray eyes. That's what pisses me off the fucking most. The storm gray eyes have been mentioned several fucking times throughout the books. I'd have been fine if they kept the eyes. Because at least she retained the same eyes as her mother. Dumb fucks. It's the one thing me and my mom got so pissed about.
Oh no, me and my grandma literally. So I didn't know my grandma read the books, and I was sitting there, I'm like looking through. I was at her house and I was looking over some stuff. I'm like, man, I really want this one book. She's like, what is it? And I showed it to her, and she's like, you read Riordan? I'm like, yeah, I read Riordan. What are you talking about? What do you think? I was like, you know Riordan? I was like, you 70-year-old woman? She goes, 1, hush your mouth. 2, yes, I've read every single bit of the. She's like, I've read the Heroes of Olympus, and I've read the Olympic versions. I'm like,
The what?
the Olympians, the first 5.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Lost my train of thought. So regarding the twins, I'm not upset per se regarding them being redheads.
It's that they look nothing like Rough Nut or Tough Nut.
I'll be back again, I guess. What the fuck? Like, you didn't even try.
Did you see fish legs?
No. I really don't want to now.
Hang on. Okay. I mean, I'm a little bit more upset.
Hold on. It shows that they have the kid from Deadpool 2 as fish legs.
Okay, so they might have switched it over before. The Harry, it's either Gabriel Howell or Harry D. Where? Okay, so they swapped them. Before, Gabriel Howell, who's now playing Snodloud Jorgensen, is or was listed underneath Julian's role.
Because I like.
So I'll give them. I will give them Snodloud. Snodloud at least has a muscular person with dark hair. I will halfway give.
Snotlout looks like he skipped leg day.
Yeah.
Just the way he's built as the character.
Yeah. What I will say about Fish Legs as a new actor, they got the body right. If they can get the hair right, I will give them that. And by the hair, I'm not talking about color. I mean specifically the bowl cut.
I forgot how his hair looks.
A bowl cut.
This one, it was like kind of like a.
And in the first one, it's a literal bowl cut, like down to his ears, though.
You're right. They changed it a little bit.
Over time, they've added on to it. Like in the third one, both him and Snodloud have grown beards.
Maybe I grow a beard for you, or facial hair for you.
Yeah.
That scene cracked me up.
And then. How do you feel about Nick Frost as Nick Frost, the dude from Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World Ends, Paul, Simon Pegg's best friend? He's playing Gunther. I like that.
I don't know much about the actor, so I'm not gonna say anything because I reserve my right to give an opinion because I don't know anything about the actor, so I can't give an accurate feeling about how I like or dislike them as the cast because I know nothing about them, so I can say nothing about them.
I respect that.
I have the same opinion for like food. If you haven't tried it, you can't talk shit about it. So try it first, and then if you don't like it, then talk shit about it. It goes to all the people that say pineapple on pizza is ass. before you even taste the fucker.
To be fair, I've tried pineapple on pizza. It is ass.
Okay, that's your opinion. I will respect you for it. I will disagree.
Fruit should not be on pizza.
Then you're saying tomatoes should not be on pizza.
Don't break my logic.
I will always break your logic because my logic with VeggieTales was broken. A fruit and veggies clothing. Traitor. Yeah, so you just want a plain piece of bread with cheese on it.
I want a piece of bread with cheese and bacon exclusively on it.
So what you want is the half of the pizza from Little Caesars called slices and sticks. Literally, what is on it is bread, bacon bits, and cheese.
I don't want bacon bits. I want full slices of bacon.
Semantics. If you put all the bacon bits together, you could have maybe 2 pieces of bacon.
Exactly my point. That's not enough bacon.
Well, okay, put it this way. I don't need a heart attack from this food.
You're speaking to somebody who literally this morning had maybe like 9 pieces of bacon.
Put it this way. I woke up 30 minutes past my alarm and didn't have time to eat. Got dressed, went to work. I grabbed a bag of mini donuts, specifically the mini zebra cake donuts that are a little hostess. Ate that for my breakfast. And a 1.25 liter Fanta. That was a mistake, that Fanta.
I woke up this morning and realized my credit card gave me a addition to my line of credit that I didn't request.
No.
So I got more money on my credit card than I ever wanted. Granted, that's how the credit card works. Is I just didn't realize it had already been that long. After like 6 months, they will double your line of credit.
This is why I don't get credit cards, because it's like, ooh, more spending time. And then spending time comes and
Well, I mean, so I realized that, and I'm like, I could get my pressure pot, or I could take the family out to a nice breakfast.
Well, here's the thing I learned, and I found this very interesting, is that supposedly the idea of a credit card, you should use it for groceries rather than other things.
It depends on the credit card specifically. Take my credit card.
A standardized one.
Typically.
Obviously not like an American Express. That one's like...
Well, see, there's not a standardized one. That's the big thing. Like, take my credit card. Regardless of what I spend on it, I have a 0.4, or I have like a 1.4%. It usually adds up to about $1 or $14 total. A $14 interest expense. So, and that's regardless of what I spend it on. I could spend it on groceries, gas, whatever you want. However, the missus has a credit card that can solely be used on gas and other automobile things. Like, you try to swipe that at like Walmart, it doesn't work.
That's good.
I
was hoping there was a credit card that could do something like that.
There's also some that will only work for airplane travel.
Also convenient.
There are...
If you lose that, you're screwed.
Yeah. Like, there's different ones for everything. It really just depends on what you're using it for. I mean, I use my credit card as a, look, I ran out of my money, or hey, I need gas. I don't want to ask the missus to put anything in my PayPal. So here we go.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you think about that?
That would be great.
I wasn't sure if I should do that dye as red or if I should do it as yellow.
I don't. The thing is with me and dice, like I'm so used to just seeing those standard white dye with the black dots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it feels boring at times, but also works in like other situations. With me, like I want to I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, like a dark teal for like the white part, and then the dots would be like a gold color.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. See, I chose that because I wanted it to still match the suit. Because everything else on the suit that's not painted, not the mask, but on the suit itself, is red.
Say that one more time.
Everything else on the suit that's not painted is red.
It's just that one line on her hip.
The hip, you got the one on her arm.
I didn't see one on her arm.
Yep.
I think. Hold on. Oh, you're right. I was gonna say that might be a lighting effect, but I'm wrong.
And then, technically, I did this part wrong. This should have been yellow. Right here. I'm looking at this card now, and it's got a little bit more close-up version.
I'm painting the eyes under the visor.
I ain't. I ain't doing no freehand on this.
Scaredy cat.
It ain't that I'm a scaredy cat. It's that this is for a game my kid can't play for another 10 years.
Why is that?
Because it's age 14 and up.
See, okay, with board games, I'm not sure I understand why it's 14 and up. There's
Dude,
no violence that can occur. They're like.
I've literally read the rules. I can't figure it out myself.
Also, if you bought the game, just let them play it. Who cares?
Oh no, I plan on it. I'm just saying.
Legally speaking.
Legally speaking, it's a 14 and up game.
I mean, that's like giving a 5-year-old a Lego set and being like.
Dude, we've been playing 14 and up. We've been playing 14 and up games since we were kids. Technically, Yu-Gi-Oh is a 14 and up game.
That one makes a little bit more sense with some of the card art.
Only the original.
Yeah, like the OG line with, like, for example, Harpy Lady.
No, I'm talking like OG. I'm talking like OCG Harpy Lady, where it actually shows stuff.
Oh, you're talking about the Japanese that did center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Technically, what is it? I think Harpy's Chick is the name of the card. I think. Yeah. I have one that's not censored. It's American, which is weird. As a child, I wasn't thinking that. Like, I was like, oh, it's just a different girl. Okay. Why is she not blue like the other ones? But one that threw me off a lot was Harpy's brother turning into a completely different monster.
Yeah, that threw me off as well.
Because I just don't understand, like, what's the problem? Why did you change it? But then I thought about it, but now thinking about it, what the hell?
What?
I don't have the remote to my television, and it's turned on.
Ooh, spooky. What if it's the ghost from Ghostbusters, though?
Wait, which one?
The one that Dan Aykroyd got to meet.
Is that the one that was yanking him?
He was doing something, wasn't that?
That one can stay. But knowing my luck, it's some asshole. Yeah, literally, none of the remotes are near me. There's one on my bookshelf and one, like, next to the television.
Is it a smart TV?
Yes.
There's your answer.
Why?
Because somebody can download an app.
No one has access to my TV at all.
As long as it's connected to the Wi-Fi, they have access.
Well, that's the thing. Like, my parents are currently watching the Super Bowl live on cable, and my brother doesn't know how to do anything smart related. The only thing he knows how to do is use his Xbox like Blu-ray player.
See, that's what I thought too with my two youngest stepsisters, and then I'm sitting there at home watching TV.
Genuinely, like, he does not care about anything else other than Xbox and watching movies. That's it. Anything else, he does not care. Because I've tried showing him, and he's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, I don't care. I just want to play Sonic.
See, I added because I couldn't tell what color that was underneath the wings, so I thought that little red was a nice accent.
Oh, I like it a lot, actually. It kind of reminds me of like how Miles Morales' outfit was like a makeshift version in the first movie, and then he actually made his own outfit after.
See, I'm one of the few that actually wish they would have kept the makeshift suit. I like that suit. It was symbolic because not only was it a merge of Ghost Spider, but it was also a merge of Peter B. Parker.
What was it? I think when I say the makeshift, it's just he literally just spray painted this.
Yeah.
Not the sneakers and everything. That's not what I'm thinking.
See, I'm talking about the suit and then throwing the hood over.
Yeah, I call that version like the streetwear suit, kind of. Because he does look like he's going out in public, technically.
Yeah.
Because he's got his Jordans on. He's got his... I think he had shorts on. Yeah, he had shorts, his Jordans, the hoodie. Also the sequence when he jumps off. Beautiful.
Oh, when he does the leap of faith?
Yes.
Such a good scene.
Like, the favorite part is, like, the glass breaking and following his hands. Like, that's the first and, like, that's, like, the most vivid part of that scene that sticks to me.
Peter, you gotta let go. But I can't. It's a leap of faith. Then he just drops him.
And then they can't stop me now. Such a good soundtrack for that movie. Such a good one.
It really is. Like,
it reminded me kind of like how Guardians of the Galaxy nailed its soundtrack.
Like, I've never been a fan of rap, really. Or hip-hop in general. But that soundtrack alone, that got me.
Oh, there's one song my brother sings because it's part of like the DVD. It's like a sing-along thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he obviously loves the Sunflower song. Obviously, everybody loves that song.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the song is, and now I'm blanking on it. I'd have to look up what the song is, but I think it's a Notorious Big song. I think. I might be wrong.
Okay.
But I'm like, just watching my brother, who has autism, just like listening to this music and he's liking it. I'm like, oh, that's different. It's like he's discovering on his own music that he likes.
Oh yeah, that's the great thing about it.
Because like I usually play whatever I have in the car, and most of the music I just ask him, "Do you like that song?" Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. He likes most of my playlist. There's like only a handful of songs he doesn't care for.
There's a song, I don't know who sings it. It's called What It Takes. It's a newer song. And like, I don't want to get copyrighted right now, otherwise I would, because I'm on YouTube as well.
Yeah, probably don't.
But I was sitting there listening to Facebook or YouTube while I was on my way home from work.
Yeah.
And because I do a lot of AMV watching on my way home, I'll just put on random anime that I like, AMV, and then it gives a good vibe from that.
Yeah.
And one of it was Fire Force. And like I'm listening to it because it goes no plan B, just a one-way ticket. This is how it is. And I forget the second part. Oh, that's the difference. And it starts going into a more singing instead of rap. I don't know who sings. Like, I gotta look up who sings this song because it is so good. I literally thought about like one of the next videos that I show off, with like my website. Just seeing if that's in one of the song or in as one of the choices that you can add, song wise.
What was it? Shit. I saw yesterday. I think this guy is from. So basically, this guy took the old original version of how rap used to sound.
Yeah.
With just more modern-ish lyrics. I'm like, holy crap! He's hitting it bar for bar. I'm loving this because these guys were reacting to it. I'm like, this is fantastic. Let's go back to the basics. Because
Okay.
it just sounds like how Tupac, Biggie, Notorious Big, Biggie Small.
Tell me if you can hear this. Can you hear that? This is the song. I'm gonna turn down a little bit. Like just that intro gets me every time. Like I get goosebumps. I was raised in how I was raised and I chose the wild and basic in my education, dedication, and the ways, the voice and ways, the funny, so funny that the steps and made. Looking for the transition, never got made. No plan B, just a one-way ticket. That's what it takes. That's the difference. That part right there, that one chorus, I'm sitting there listening like, that's me. Like every bit of. I don't know who sings this either. I cannot find like an official artist anywhere.
There's one song that came out just recently on the 29th. It's I'd have 1 second. Let me double check.
Is it the half horse, half man?
No. Okay, I'm gonna probably butcher this name, but I'm gonna pronounce it Seseki.
Okay.
Dragam. Dragam? I'm probably butchering it. I apologize. But it's the song Caffeine. The opening line, I love it so much. It's so funny. I've tried caffeine, I've tried weed, I've tried therapy and speed. All that I can find is nothing works as well the second time. And then it goes into one of those like 2000s guitar solo.
Yeah. No, but this is
like, yes. This is tickling my brain correctly.
This is the chorus of this. Fuck the haters. Enjoying sweat and tears to gold. Enjoying results. Like I'm trying to see if I can find the.
Ow.
Yes, that was Chris Hemsworth in an ad.
Oh. Hate these hiccups.
That's Adelita's Way. That's one of my favorite bands. How the hell did I not know that?
Sometimes it surprises you.
Now I'm upset that I didn't know it was Adelita's Way.
What's weird is that a couple years ago, I found the band All Time Low, and I listened to one song, Dear Maria, Count Me In. I'm like, this is such a good song.
Great song.
And then it hits TikTok and it explodes. I'm like,
hold on. You're telling me that people didn't hear about Dear Maria, Count Me In until then?
Yeah, well, I just randomly came across the band. Well, like,
yeah. You understand. I'm talking about those on TikTok. Like, that's a 20, 30-year-old song by now. Or 15-year-old song by now. Something like that. Like, that was whenever I was in middle school.
True, but also the song Put Your Hand on My Shoulders became really popular.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how old of a song? Black and White, if I remember correctly, was the original song. That's very, very old. Before colored anything. Yeah, that's really old. That's older than you or me. Possibly older than our parents.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not my mom, but definitely my dad. So
well, definitely my mom. 52.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you guys. And she's done. Almost dropped her.
Don't drop her.
Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
Or comic book accurate.
Don't make me choose.
You gotta choose one.
Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
I'll say this, like the silver instead of the black, it just looks good.
Oh yeah.
Though I would be interested to see what that would look like in a comic book form. We've only seen a live action. Damn these hiccups. A live action version. I'd like to see what a two-dimensional on piece of paper version would look like.
I thought that they threw comic book into one of the comics, or threw that into one of the comics.
I don't think they did. Off the top of my head. I feel like they used, what was it? I think they with Maguire's Spider-Man, I think they did like
They did
McFarlane's bigger eyes.
They did a cartoon for it. I know that.
Did they?
Yeah, but it lasted 2 seasons. Or 1 season.
Wait, is that the weird CGI one we were talking about?
That's the 3D CGI, yep.
I need to take up so much right now.
You know, there's only one animated Spider-Man TV show where Peter Parker actually ends up with Mary Jane Watson.
Oh, wait.
There's only one.
Isn't that the 1992 one?
No.
Really?
The only one is the 2017, 2018 one that I was telling you about last week, where they slowly introduced all the Spider people, like Ghost Spider, Miles, all them.
With because in the 1992 he does like he actually are we playing semantics or like are we saying like baseline gets with Mary Jane?
We are being straight, like it ends with Peter and Mary Jane Watson still being together.
Oh, well, here's the kicker. What I'm talking about, they got married.
They got married. However,
it was a clown.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck no! Why? Why would you do this?
It wasn't the official Mary Jane. And whereas the one I'm talking about is the official Mary Jane.
I swear to God, if they don't do what they did for X-Men 97 and bring back that story and finish it proper, I'll be mad.
How are they going to do that when they
introduced Spider-Man in fucking X-Men 92?
Yeah, they could
him on a building.
They could do Spider-Man 92, but here's the issue with that. The same person that did X-Men 97 did Spider-Man 92. And he's been fully fired from Disney.
Okay, I heard about this. Why? What was the reason?
So, there were some rumors that the thought process of Magneto ending up with Rogue was not the writer's decision.
Whose was it, supposedly?
That was actually Disney's.
That's inappropriate, but it's also comic accurate from what I've heard.
It is comic book accurate. And this is just a rumor. And hold on. Francois, I do apologize for that. I'm on a Chromebook. I'm going to sound like I'm underwater regardless of what I'm using. Plus, I have sinus issues that prevented me from actually speaking fully because they're constantly draining. But he's apparently, now once again, I don't know how true this is. He apparently tried fighting them.
Okay.
Obviously, he lost.
Fighting him being fired or fighting against that part of the story?
Fighting against that part of the story.
Okay, just want to make clear.
He wanted her to end up with Lemmy.
Yes! I would have been so happy for that.
He didn't even want Magneto, apparently, to lead the X-Men.
I've never read that part of the comics. I actually like this interpretation.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually very interesting. Also, his speech he gave at I think it was at the UN.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Also, very Magneto, that don't let me let you down.
So here's the question. What's next? What's the next character we should do? We have Spider-Man. We have Iron Man. We have Ghost Spider. We have Ant-Man. We have Red Skull, Ultron, Taskmaster, Black Widow, Stephen Strange, Captain America, Captain Marvel.
Which, okay, I gotta ask, is Captain Marvel this version of Carol Danvers? Of course it is. I agree with Cam. Red Skull. That's another thing I'm not too happy about. Is like Carol Danvers is now Captain Marvel. I'm so used to her
being Ms. Marvel.
Yes.
I was literally talking about that earlier today or yesterday, one of the two. But yeah, this is the quality I'm doing for this one. This is for my personal project. Or
That's not bad though.
No.
God damn it.
Like everything's painted. It might not be pretty, but I mean, when you're 3 feet away playing a board game, you're not even going to see any of the details that are missed.
Right.
And who knows? I might get another set just to do some cell shading. I mean, this is our Red Skull, or this is our Green Goblin.
It's a good Green Goblin. Also, okay, so I'm asking this because I don't know. With the Green Goblin in the comics, does he look like the one you just showed?
Yes.
Okay. Because I will say this. I liked how Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin looked, because it was very good looking.
Which version?
The Tobey Maguire original.
The original. Okay. So the reason I ask which version is because, in theory, since he's the same character in No Way Home, that is still the Goblin.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you're talking about Harry Osborn, that one.
No. I'm talking specifically.
I like his glider a lot, but the outfit, I had nitpicks.
No. I'm talking specifically Norman Osborn in the.
No Way Home.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Original?
In No Way Home, yeah.
Oh.
Where he starts off with the mask that he with the full suit, loses the suit along the way.
It does kind of look like the comic book one with the like raggedy, like purple hood, and I like that. But I'm so used to like the elf look from the night. I'm about to do a war crime against these headcuffs. God dang it. I'm so used to the elf look, essentially, that I can't really see the Goblin being anything else. But I would like them to try and do it so it looks like an actual suit. Like it's a mask, a suit he puts on. It doesn't look like somebody's like some creepo's face, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One thing, like, I was kind of hoping that they would do, because, like, my son watches a show called Spidey and His Amazing Friends.
Right.
And it's exactly what you think. It's more chibi, more childlike for the kids.
I was going to ask, because I just saw, while I was at work, some Lego set. Is Electro and Doc Ock a woman?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, I looked a little closer to the box, and I'm like, dude, wait a minute.
And for some reason, Arnim Zola is actually a villain in it as well. You know.
That's a choice. If I remember correctly, isn't he like the second in command of Hydra?
Yeah.
Why is that in a children's show?
Here's the better question. Why is he in a children's show and why do they never mention Hydra?
So I saw the funniest thing years ago. The Octonauts is like the children's equivalent of Hydra training program. There it is. That was my reaction too. Because they just showed the Octonauts logo, but they turned it red. And then put it next to the Hydra logo, and I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect.
It's so good.
It's too good.
What have you done?
Shenanigans.
Someone say shenanigans?
Next person who says shenanigans is going to get pistol whipped.
Hey, Farva, what's that place you like to go with all the crap on the walls?
You mean shenanigans?
Oh, Cam, why are you sad, buddy?
What are you saying, Cam? Wow, Cam, why are you sad? Okay, I think it's just a figure, but why is he so chunky?
Oh, that sucks. It's just a figure. I mean, here's Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, he is. That's weird.
It's because they're chibi. I mean, here's Stephen Strange.
That one looks better because it's cake. It makes it just look like, oh, there's a lot more fabric.
Here's the better question. Why do they cake up Black Widow?
It's Black Widow. You answered your own question.
But it is a board game for children.
And you said 14 and up, right?
That's still children. You're still not able to vote. You're a child.
Yeah.
I will die on this hill.
If you can drive and vote, you're technically a young adult. When you can drink, you're an idiot. You're an adult.
Okay. Red Skull has blue. What's up?
Did he have anything in his hands, like the Tesseract or something?
No. I
I was
wish.
going to say that's probably, you said something about a blue glow. That might be it.
No, I was saying, does he have blue? I was saying he has blue eyes. The closest thing we have to a Tesseract is this. And this is a villain counter.
That's actually quite clever. As far as I remember, he's always had brown eyes.
Yeah, well, he's got blue eyes in this game.
That's odd. Okay. I just realized I need to do taxes still. Shit.
What's up?
Taxes.
You got a few weeks, few months.
Well, because my folks are going to help me learn how to do it myself. I think we just forgot to do it. So.
I just call my grandma up once I get everything in. I just send her pictures of everything because she does taxes for a living.
Yeah, because we're sick of the people that do it in town. They literally charge us basically half of the amount they were getting anyway.
Where did it go?
Which is really stupid. So.
Do you guys think this green would be a good fit for that? Like, I'm trying to think of what a good. Oh, where's my commando green?
Okay, that looks like. Okay, weird reference. You know MASH?
MASH?
Yes.
Yes.
That green. That is the green color I'm thinking of when I. More new neutral, if possible.
I don't think I can.
If you had a neutralized version of that, yes.
No, I don't got to neutralize. It's literally down to this or this.
Combine? Question mark? See what happens.
I'll do a little dot, see what it looks like.
But that's very much the ugly green color that's a match.
Yeah. No, I knew what you meant.
If you're not able to do it with just the green, I would suggest maybe mixing these hiccups are driving me nuts. A gray with it, not a ton. If you're doing the green, I'd say 2 dots green, 1 dot gray, and balance. Cam says angel green with highlight with a 50-50 mix of the two.
So this is the mix.
Actually, that looks like what is it? Like the original color of Red Skull, like jumpsuit he wore in the comics. Like we're talking like Captain America punching Hitler. Original Green Skull.
And see, that's what I'm saying, Cam. That's 2 green, whereas this is just Commando.
See, I think it's just the way it looks on the box or on the bottle. That's way too green.
Yeah, exactly. I don't got any other middle ground for that.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
So it's either I go full army green or full angel green, or I go full Commando.
Just go with the dark one. Oh, I don't know if this would work, but a while back I was thinking about taking some pop figures I had and making terrain out of some of their bits.
Pop figures? Like full blown.
Like cutting certain parts off and like using them either for kit bashing or terrain set pieces.
I don't see how that wouldn't be a problem.
Well, okay. Do you know Tokyo Ghoul?
Yes.
Do you know? Okay. What's the main character's name?
I don't know. I've only seen it one time, and I was like, eh.
Okay. Well, so we'll say the main character. You know how he does that weird centipede form?
Sure.
Okay. Well, he has these giant centipede tendril things. I have a Funko Pop that's him in that form.
Okay.
I just want to take those like centipede tentacle things and do like some kind of like, it's tendrils coming out because it's Zinch.
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
But I don't know how to remove it from the thing, and then how would I make it on the display because it's the way they're. Okay, I see the difference, and I like that darker green way more. Let me get a better look. I got them sitting around here somewhere.
Salazar.
Well, it's just like how I would organize them on the train, because Here, I'll just switch on my camera for a quick second. You can get a look.
Okay.
So the way his tendrils hold him up, he's like standing on him partially, and they connect to his back.
Yeah. So you would either have to risk foregoing the Funko Pop entirely.
Well, I generally don't care. At first, I this was an impulse buy, 100%. I just don't want to damage the centipede parts. Like, I could give a fuck less about this. I might steal his face mask or something. I don't know, because I generally that looks like evil as hell. I like it a lot. I have no use for it, but yeah, using it genuinely. See, a Dremel, that's what I was thinking, but not sure if you can see that. Hold on. See, it's almost like a backpack onto his back, and it's so in there that it just makes me nervous, even thinking about it. So, yeah, and then, what is it? So that's pretty much what I was thinking. And then I have, I think, Crossbones from Civil War, and I just want to take his hands and maybe use it for I don't know, feet or something. I have no idea. I don't have any feet for a killer can for my work, for my Kitbash killer can or units I'm gonna try and make. So I'm I could use those as legs maybe if they fit or stay upright.
Yeah.
But yeah, just using some Funkos that I don't need desire to keep. I'd like to use them for something.
No, I get you.
But now that I'm looking at Crossbones again, I don't think it's possible because his robot fists, they're not flat, they're rounded. So I don't think it'll stand unless I glue it. So that's a slight problem. I only have a handful of them. And then I do have the Infinity War Iron Man, so with him with the wings and that ion cannon arm thing. So again, that might be an orc thing I might try.
Cam's asking an odd question, but you have Jack Burton.
Jack Burton? I don't know who that is, so I'm gonna probably say no.
I know out of my Funkos, I do not.
Because most of mine are anime, Star Wars, Marvel.
Did you literally just take all my Funkos? Because that's literally all mine are.
Well, I mean, I do also the very first Funko I ever got was the CW's Reverse Flash.
Nice.
And also David Tennant's 10th Doctor with the hand in a jumper.
Muggs, hello. Thank you for joining us over on YouTube. I appreciate it.
Those were the first two I ever got.
The first one I ever got was a Bulma. It was the Android Saga Bulma with
Baby Trunks?
No. And then it was Vegeta. It wasn't a set. It was I bought them separately. It's funny though because I got the Vegeta from GT where he's got his arms crossed, looking away, in the blue shirt, and then I got the Bulma from 6 years prior, and then I got Final Flash Vegeta around the same time. I got Ultimate Gohan
Mm-hmm.
and Krillin around the same time as well.
Yeah.
And then
So, fuck these hiccups.
I also got King Radley from Full Metal. I got Alphonse from Full Metal.
Did you get the one with the cats?
No.
Oh,
I got the Full Metal Alchemist. As in, this is legitimately made out of metal.
oh. I didn't know they made one like that.
Yep, it is to my knowledge, it is the only one that I've found like it.
Nice. What is it? Because right now I'm looking at Savage Opress, the Glow in the Dark Sith collection. Avatar Aang in the Avatar state. Madam Web from the animated Spider-Man TV series. And Exodia the Forbidden One from Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm wanting to get Kurama Susanoo.
Is that the one where you get the armor, right?
Yeah, dude. No joke. This thing stands this tall.
It's big. It's a big model.
I also want to get Jiraiya on Gamagichi.
Right. Like, it took me a minute to, like, Gamagichi.
And then I want to get...
I'm surprised he's not on... There's one where Naruto's sitting on the great... on Gamagichi's dad. I can't remember his name.
Well, technically he is sitting on... It's, Jiraiya sitting on Gamagichi's dad because Naruto never ever rode on Gamatsu. He only rode Gamagichi.
That was his first summoning jutsu. He summoned the Toad.
No, he summoned Gamagichi. And then, yes, his very first summon was Gamagichi because that's what linked him and Gamagichi together. His second summon against the fight against... I could
have sworn he summoned the boss Toad by accident the first time.
The fight against...
What the fuck?
No, that was Gamagichi that he accidentally summoned. His fight against Shikaku.
That I do remember because he purposefully summoned him.
He purposely summoned Gamatsu because he knew that Gamatsu was going to be the only one that could fight him, even though Gamagichi was linked to him.
Was he also linked to Gamagichi's brother, the yellow one?
In a way, yes. Once he became Sage Mode, once he became Sage Mode, he was linked to all of them. Right. He could summon. Yeah, he could summon any of them out at any time once he turned into Sage Mode. Before.
I'm actually scared to think of what a Sage Mode version of Sakura would have looked like.
We've seen it.
Or is that the diamond?
Yeah, that's the.
Okay, let's put it this way. I'd be scared to see what an improper Sage Mode like Jiraiya's, but for the slugs. I'm scared to see what that looks like on a human.
I'm scared to see what an improper one of. Well, I mean, we kind of saw what an improper one of.
The snake one, yeah, that was on Kabuto.
Yeah, we kind of saw it there.
Which was like, it was cool. It was creepy, but it was cool. With Jiraiya, it's just like, you got frog nose.
So I'm going to ask you a question because his boots are already black. Brown pants, green pants, or black?
Say black. But one set I'm trying to, well, I say set. One group I'm trying to finish are all my straw hats. I need Jinbei.
Have they even released Jinbei yet?
They have. They released him when they released Kaido and Snake Man Luffy.
So how do you feel about the reveal that Joy Boy was actually the first one to eat the devil fruit? Yeah, that's Joy Boy. The reason why.
I haven't seen. I don't manga anymore.
So the reason
All I
why.
saw was the mural. All I saw was the mural, like everybody else.
Okay, so the reason why Luffy's gear was a 5 looks like Joy Boy is because Joy Boy ate the gum gum fruit.
Now I'm confused.
Joy Boy.
So Joy Boy ate the original gum gum fruit, which is actual rubber. However, now for some reason he has become part of the gum gum fruit.
Think of Joy Boy as like.
Or is that more like it's the core?
Think of Joy Boy more as. The easiest way I can think of it is. The easiest way I can explain is Anakin Skywalker and how much Luke mirrors him. Luffy is Luke. Joy Boy is Anakin. They mirror each other. They are not the same person, but they have fallen through the same processes.
Okay. Okay, considering my limited knowledge on what's going on, because
Only thing you really gotta know is they're gonna end up like.
I just want to know what every part of the mural is talking about, because I want to know what some of those creatures are.
So rumor has it Oda has said that by the end of it, one of the Straw Hats will die.
I'm hoping it's Brook because he can just revive.
I have a feeling we already have seen who it's going to be.
Is it Usopp?
Well, that's the thing. Nobody knows who it is.
What is your theory?
Zoro.
Ooh, God damn, that would be a blow to the Straw Hats. I'm gonna guess it's because he's seen death already, isn't it?
My theory is he's seen death already, but also remember he's experienced death and the pain of his entire captain.
Yeah, that's true.
The only other one that would make sense, one of the only other people within the Straw Hats that has a devil fruit. Remember, there's 3 Straw Hats with a devil fruit.
Chopper, no.
Nope, there's one other.
If you kill Robin, I'm going to murder. I'm committing murder. Indiscriminate murder.
Just think about her re-quoting her "I want to live" speech just to have Kaido or not even Kaido, Blackbeard right through.
I think everybody on the Straw Hats would go mad in righteous fury.
I would honestly think that would give Rook his exact because remember, yes, he technically has the devil fruit that makes it to where he can't die.
If he fully awakens, can he revive others? Interesting.
I was thinking that, but also, if he fully awakens it, can he revive himself fully? We've never seen Rook fully alive.
True. Also, I am curious. I say this just because I think it's funny. If Rook went and used hockey, and the song "Bad to the Bone" plays in the background, I think that would be hilarious.
No, it's got to be the song he sings.
Pink Sake.
I think so.
The yo ho ho ho
Yep. That's
it.
that's the only song that could play.
Also, they did a fantastic job introducing him as a swordsman in Thrillerbark. That eerie yo-ho-ho in the distance.
So hang on, remind me, was Rook with them before Ace?
Before Ace what?
Before Ace,
He never. Okay, so the crew met Ace on Alabasta. So that excludes Frankie,
Rook, and Jinbei.
Robin, because this is pre-Robin joining.
No, I could have swore Robin was with them.
No, this was just before BB even got to the capital. This was when Smoker found Luffy, and then Ace found Luffy, and then Smoker's like trying to get at him.
Okay.
Then Ace stopped Smoker from getting close to his brother because A, he knows he's not going to win, and B, he's not starting to get way weird.
So who do you think the final villain is going to be?
I'm going to say Imu. Like, it's going to be Imu.
I can see that.
I have a few questions regarding the connection that Imu has to Luffy, Teach, and BB. I feel like BB was either Imu's, and I say BB, the Nefertari ancestor was possibly promised by marriage to Imu, and Imu loved that one. Was she loved, well, not either loved or joined Joy Boy on his journey and said, nah, forget you, I'm going to travel the world and see everything. I don't want to be in a castle, I want to be free.
I can see that.
Imu's like, got angry. And another theory comes in, which concerns me. If, like Joy Boy has done, like every other pirate crew has done, like, Kaido has playing cards as subordinates.
Mm-hmm.
You got King, you got Queen, you got Jack, and then you got Doflamingo as Joker, the wild card. So, by that logic, if that's true with Joy Boy, what do you think the great weapons were?
Give me a second. Muggs, I'm sorry that the ending of your book traumatized you. Glad you're here, though. And stick around. We're going to be on for a few more minutes. We're just finishing up Red Skull, really. And then we are going to call it a night here. To answer your question, who do I think the weapons were? Honestly, my theory behind that is that all the weapons are the devil fruits.
Well, that's not what I was alluding to. Let me rephrase. What are the Gorosei's names again?
Dude, it's been so long since I've watched.
They're named after planets.
Okay, so that means that it would be like Neptune, Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hinting
Mars, Mercury, Venus.
Okay.
And the connection is that Pluto, Neptune, Shirahoshi, and then I think there's a third one that was referenced. I can't remember. I might be wrong. But actually, I think they've only said 2 of the 3 names. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so basically, Joy Boy named all of his crewmates were basically the other planets in the solar system, because all the other planets revolved around the sun or the captain.
I could see that.
Making all the Gorosei supposedly the original members of Joy Boy's crew who betrayed him.
I can see that.
I'm like, what would have caused such a betrayal? And I'm thinking maybe Joy Boy wanted true freedom. And when I say true freedom, like literally everybody gets to do whatever the fuck they want. Everybody, even the evil motherfuckers, and they're like, whoa, back the fuck up. That's weak. No, bad idea. Massively bad idea. But he's like, no, that's what I want. Everybody gets free will to do whatever they want. Because even the strong will defeat the evil motherfuckers. But Inu would have convinced the Gorosei, or the crew members at the time, that that's not right. We should prevent those evil people from even coming into power, thus creating eventually the civil war probably that happened, and then the world government to prevent evil from triumphing.
See,
doing the wrong thing for the right reason.
See, I like that theory. My theory, however, is the final villain we're going to get is going to be Blackbeard. I think
I want it to also be Blackbeard, but I don't know how he fits into it. Because if I remember when they showed it for the first time, they had Teach and Luffy's wanted posters, and then Vivi's picture, Stab, is the other two. So there's some kind of connection between Imu, Teach, and Luffy in some manner. But if I remember correctly, someone a long time ago brought up in Skypiea, Robin mentioning 4 gods: Earth, the Sun, the Sea, and 3 gods: the Sea, the Earth, and the Sun. I think I might be wrong. Basically, multiple gods, but included the Sun, the Earth, and the Sea.
Which would be Luffy, Teach, and Vivi.
Right.
But which one's which is the big question.
I would suggest Teach is Earth, and Vivi is the ocean.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Because, but then now that Imu's in here, I'm wondering if Imu was the Earth.
Or
in order for there to be balance, the sun stays in the sky and the water stays on the Earth, with the Earth, I should say, to create the planet.
Yeah.
If the water wants to go to the sun, then the Earth dies, creating imbalance.
Yeah.
And wanting to cure balance in the,
hold up,
we'll call it the universe.
We are talking about One Piece right now, Muggs. My bad, continue.
You're good. It's a very confusing storyline with theories that abound until it's finished.
Oh no, and that's the thing. He keeps saying, "Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close." There's got to be a connection with I forget his name, but he's that captain that's a bird.
Wait, are you talking about the Morgans?
Yep.
Dude that does the news?
Yeah.
I'm curious if he's a member of Roger's group, because there's a guy that has like a captain shaped like a bird's nose, similar to Morgan. I'm like, that's interesting theory. I kind of like that. Whether it's true or not, got no clue. Well, all I know is that when we see the guy with a peg leg and an eye patch, it's like, oh shit, this is the end.
We don't even know if he's got a true peg leg. That's the funnier part. All Oda said was, "I've given a hint."
Watch out for the guy with the eye patch, right?
He said something about an eye patch, but he also said that he gave a hint to who the final villain is in one of the last manga chapter cover arts.
And I don't know if anybody has actually looked at the cover arts.
Nobody has. If they have, it has not been like, oh, I know it. Like everyone's still giving out their guesses.
Unless Oda's directly told them to please be quiet, don't say anything. Especially if they got it right on the money.
Because there's a theory that who's the one that taught Luffy after the break?
That would be Rayleigh.
Yeah, there's a theory that Rayleigh is actually the villain, and that the whole thing was just built so he could actually orchestrate it.
Orchestrate what?
Finding One Piece. He wants the theory go.
Found the One Piece already.
What?
The Rogers crew went to the island at Laugh Tale, named it Laugh Tale, and said the treasure is at Laugh Tale. The only people I don't think that could go were Devil Fruit users because I remember Odin's wife had the.
Oh, you're talking about okay. No, I'm talking specifically. So you're talking about the original. I'm talking about the journey that Luffy's on right now to find the One Piece.
What's the point?
Because nobody knows what the One Piece is.
Rayleigh does.
Rayleigh thinks he does. That's the thing.
I'm confused.
That's what everyone's trying to figure out.
Members that put it on the.
Exactly. That's what everyone's trying to figure out. Does he actually know? Does he not know?
He does. He has to. Otherwise, it makes no sense. If I remember correctly, it showed Rayleigh, the guy with the axes, Rogers on the island, and they all laughed.
But
they were on that island, whatever caused them to laugh. And I hope to God, whatever's on that island, just shows him getting his ass spanked by Joy Boy. Like as a statue, literally of him being bent over Joy Boy's knees and getting spanked, and doing like the NL face. Something just.
I'll be completely honest. I am not a fan of Gear 5.
Because what?
Yeah, I feel it's like so far off from the other gears that it throws me off continuity wise. Like I'm a simple person. Like I even kind of did the same thing whenever they introduced SSJ4 in Dragon Ball. I was like, yeah, you guys are in it.
Because it's such a dramatic change. I mean, that's fair. But the way I think of it this way, Luffy has been forced to lock. Oh, that's Larry Davis. Luffy has been forced to lock open Bounce Man, Snake Man, Tank Man. Thus, that darker color with the hotkeys appeared. Luffy doesn't even need any hotkey. Now that he's letting the drums of liberation go through, he's not even, as far as I'm aware, he's not even using hockey when he fights in that form. Not once.
No, and that's that's another thing that's strange is he literally went to train with Rayleigh to learn hockey.
Yes.
And he's never once used it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Time out. Incorrect. Luffy has used hockey multiple times.
He has used it unknowingly. I'm talking about since he has learned it.
Oh. Wait, I'm confused.
Since he's learned how to actually use it. So.
Yes.
No, huh?
You know the Red Hawk attack that used underwater in Fishman Island?
Yeah, that was.
That's a hockey attack.
I know it's a hockey attack, but that was before he trained with Rayleigh.
So I'm confused now. What are you talking about?
So what I'm saying is, before he could use hockey.
Yes.
And he didn't know he was using hockey.
Yes.
Then he goes and trains with Rayleigh to learn hockey. Since then, he's never once used hockey.
Now you're lost.
Imagine how we all feel now. Why go and train for 2 years to learn a technique that you never use?
Okay, what kind of hockey are you talking about? You're talking observational what?
any hockey. He has not used hockey since.
Yes, he is.
Not since.
I don't think gun is.
Huh?
It turns black.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Hawk Gatling. Hawk. Red Hawk. Frickin' Python. And Snake Man. All three of his gear fours include hockey fusion with his gear 2 and
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I think, and on top of that, he advanced his observation hockey while fighting Katakuri, Big Mom's #1 son, or firstborn son, and strongest child.
I love how that turned out, though.
See the future. That is actually beautiful. So now I'm confused. What do you mean he hasn't been using the hockey?
So I was misspoken. I forgot about him using Red Hawk afterwards.
Yeah, no. Like if he's got a scar on his chest and you see black on his butt, yeah, he's using it.
That right there. I'm not a fan of how all the glitter just fell to the bottom.
Yeah, that's not really good.
But when it's with everything else,
I want to make a joke, but I don't think it's appropriate for TikTok. Maybe I don't know. It's just toilet humor.
oh god, what is it?
Someone speckled the top of the egg.
But no, we are selling this.
It's there, man.
It is there. We are going to be selling these from now on. These are going to be $38.
And that holds all the whole set of dice, right?
This holds 3 sets.
Ooh, that's not bad.
The only reason we are charging $34 for this set is this takes more resin than this.
That one takes more?
This one takes more.
How?
It is literally 0.4 fluid ounces more.
But that doesn't answer my question. First of all, it's hollowed out to put the dice in. And it appears smaller in volume.
Cam answered the question there, the crystals.
Oh.
All those crystals are resin.
Right. I guess that still doesn't answer my question.
So you have to consider the volume of all the crystals that make up this, the hollowed out portion, and everything on top of that, and this.
Well, right, but I'm thinking like this is how my brain visualizes it. All the resin that would come from the crystals would then fill up the interior, creating a fully solid egg.
So you'd think that. So it fills up like this. So it starts at the bottom, and when I'm pouring it in, it's actually hitting the circle that makes up the reservoir. So it's hitting that, and then it's spreading out towards the bottom, and then it's filling up, and then it gets to about right here, and then it starts to fill up the crystals. Then it goes back up. Same thing. Starts to fill up.
Oh, okay.
I'm really excited about. I can lift that up and show it now. The honey pot.
It's looking good.
It is. It's nowhere near hard enough to pull out. Ooh, the lid kind of squished, but we also got the lid there. But with that, we are going to call it a night here. We've been going live for almost 4 hours.
Just wrapping up the One Piece crackpot theories. I I just think it's interesting because I'm more interested in what's going on the right-hand side of the mural than the left. Because we all know that's the Great War. That's probably about to happen towards the end of the series.
Oh, yeah.
Most likely. But I'm interested, what is the giant snake thing breathing fire? And what's the thing coming out of the tree?
Oh, the snake thing breathing fire, that's Kaido.
See, wait.
It's outright. It's the only logical explanation is Kaido.
Right, because he has scars on him too.
Well, not
on the creature.
Not just that, but Kaido turns into a dragon.
Well, yeah, but I guess I was more thinking like it's a unique thing because underneath the fire-breathing creature, it's like a cityscape and they're doing something. I don't understand what they're doing. Like they're doing what looks like a star manufacturing it or something. But then there's the creature coming from the top of the tree and also breathing fire against it. What is that?
That one I do not know.
That one, I feel like that's a character we're missing, or we're just not aware is that creature. Because if that turns out to be Luffy's dad, that's going to be such a curveball.
What do you think that Goldie Roger actually? Oh my gosh! What is Goldie Rogers' devil fruit?
He doesn't have one
that we know of.
He never did.
Then why the hell is Shanks looking for devil fruits? That's the bigger thing.
Man, with Shanks looking, that's Peach is looking for devil fruit users and devil fruits specifically.
Yes, but you gotta remember.
And Shanks has a crew exclusively of non-devil fruit users.
Yeah, but you gotta remember he was searching for the devil fruits. That's why they had a devil fruit. That's why Luffy got his devil fruit.
Well, I thought it was for the payout, to be honest.
Maybe. It's been so long since I've watched One Piece.
When we saw Roger do an attack for the first time, he used Divine Departure. It's the same thing that Shanks does.
Yeah.
So Shanks learned Divine Departure from Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Which also that attack between him and Whitebeard. Awesome.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're both amazing.
But honestly, I would love to see, like, if Oda was willing to, like, a short mini-series that would just show, like, the big events for Roger getting more infamy.
Oh no, we need a Roger solo specific movie or movie show.
If you could fit it all into one movie, I'd take 3.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, it goes over it. And then the end is literally just a walk up to the execution platform.
So my favorite thing is if you look at how everyone is, you have Luffy who, and I might get this completely wrong, Luffy looked up to Ace's biological dad. Ace looked up to Sabo's dad, and Sabo's dad looked up to Luffy's dad. Or do I got Sabo and Ace mixed around?
Nobody likes Sabo's dad.
Well, no, nobody likes Sabo's dad. Doesn't mean they don't look up to him.
They didn't look up to him at all.
Then I'll have to look at what I found that on. It was a weird one-off, probably.
Sabo's dad was like a few steps below a celestial dragon.
Yeah, I know.
In terms of personality.
But with that, we are going to call it a night here.
Then I get to share with you next time my favorite theory, One Piece, that I came up with myself and everybody else I've told really enjoys the theory.
What's that?
Until next time, my friend.
But no, next time we're probably going to do Either Iron Man, Spider Man, Miles Morales.
Taskmaster would be a fun one.
Taskmaster would be a fun one. The only issue is like right now I'm even between villains and well, either way I'm gonna run out of villains because I only got 4 villains. So yeah, either way that'll work.
Oh. Yeah, let's stick with heroes then, I guess.
Well, I was gonna go back and forth. What I really like about Cap is he's got the Avengers logo on him.
On his shoulder?
Yep, on both shoulders.
Okay, there it is. Oh, this is like movie Captain America then.
Well, they don't explain which one these are. I'm assuming movie because this is Ant-Man.
Yeah. And Watson looks about the same as well.
Yeah,
Or it could be multiverse. Who knows?
definitely could be. I mean, we got Iron Man to do. We can do Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm gonna keep going as well.
Yep. I gotta go to bed. I will see you all later, and have a good one, everyone.